There's a negative connotation when people say, I want to prove people wrong. Like, I just want to focus on the haters and prove that I'm better, or maybe I can do it. You know, like there's a lot of negativity when you say it like that. On the other side of the picture, you can also say, I want to prove my support system right. I want to show that in my community, like, you're trusting me for a reason. Our main priority was to be ready for summer shredding in about 6 weeks now. But then after watching Dylan's show and seeing him at a natural show, it just got me amped up. And it just aligned that there's a show here locally on July 4th, which is 3 weeks right before summer shredding. So I told my coach, I'm like, hey, like, is this a good idea? And he said, whatever you need and want. I'm kind of adding that extra pressure of getting ready 3 weeks earlier than I was supposed to, especially for my first one. With posing, it's like another discipline of the sport that I kind of underestimated, to the point where we've been practicing it every single morning, every single night, every time we're at the gym in front of a mirror. But then I posed without a mirror and just filmed myself for the first time the other day. It was humbling. I realized all the habits I've been trying to implement is still being practiced till this point. Due to Liv's work and this fasted cardio, we've been adjusting our new daily into a 4:30 a.m. wake up time, be at the gym by 5 a.m. and rip the fasted cardio right away. All right, first time taking yohambine. Cheers to losing fat. We've been taking about 10 milligrams of yohambine. I didn't even know yohambine was a thing before this prep, but that's pretty much to help me lose that extra stubborn fat, that baby fat that I've always had. And so it's interesting that that was a very key indicator that, okay, go time to really cut these calories, cut all the fat that we actually have on the body. I've also just implemented the Stairmaster into my prep. I know, I'm still a triathlete and a runner at heart, but realizing that the ego of running and everything that I've been building within the last 2 years has to be on a pause in order to succeed in this new build. 5 weeks out from first ever show. Oh man, that looks good. Flex.
Oh yeah, flex. 14.5.
Okay.
Ooh. What does it say?
I have a whole half inch on you.
28.66.
Time is 6:50 a.m. 45 minutes done on the Stairmaster. I think that was my first time doing Stairmaster in over a year. But we went back inside the car to grab our pre-lift snack and a little rice cake, and we have our carb mix. This has alone 50 grams of carbs. Shout out Evogen. But man, I was sweating. I don't know if it was the yohambine or the actual work itself, but my heart rate was at least like 150, like 2. Andrew's asleep, vibes are up. Charlie and I were talking about business, and it's actually so refreshing to be around and having conversations with a fellow entrepreneur slash founder who's been through it at 22 years old. I don't get to meet too many people out there that has a very similar path. I feel like from the jump I could sense that from Charlie. It's really sick to have that connection now. So shout out Charlie, and let's hit this lift. I believe that your physique is a showcase of how powerful and strong your mind is. And so I think it's 20% physical, 80% mental. I mean, when you're at the gym, the pain that you physically feel, it's all technically in your head of how far you can push. I think the mental part of bodybuilding is definitely more straining to me, just because, you know, you have to double check your discipline every single meal. It really tests your patience when it comes to certain situations, especially when you're at a calorie deficit. Even the mental of heading to the gym, like, are you gonna go for the kill? Or are you just gonna cruise by the workout? You know, like every single day, like there's so many options in your head. For some reason, there's always certain parallels with the type of prep we're in and the business that we're running and the career that we chose as an entrepreneur. There's this quote that people say, it's like, don't bite off more than you can chew. There's also the other side of it where people say, bite off more than you can chew and figure out how to chew it. And I feel like that's exactly what we're kind of going through with prep in life right now. It's like we're trying to build all these bricks at the same time, but they all correlate to one another. Me documenting this No Luck series as a first-time bodybuilder kind of correlates to the future of Ascender as we keep documenting other athletes' stories. Me starting a passion project, hopefully soon to be business with Liv, is at the same stage as this bodybuilding prep, as we're still getting it off the ground. We're still learning which manufacturers to go with, and we're also learning how to pose. You know, there's so many new things we're learning, and it's almost just taking it day by day and accepting what lessons are coming at you and force yourself to make mistakes so you could learn and grow from them. I think this bodybuilding prep almost gives me structure. I feel like I say that every single prep, but it's true. As an entrepreneur, no one's telling you or forcing you to work X amount of hours. I guess when it comes to the personal brand, especially when I start watching more YouTube and seeing all these high-level athletes online, I mean, you can name them all around the world, especially from Austin, Texas. It's like, those are the people I want to be surrounded with. As a business standpoint, I'm like, where are those people where I can help them document, I can help them tell their story during their Ironman builds or bodybuilding preps, and maybe I lost hope for it, or I mean, I've been trying for the last year to find those people, find those aligned people to help. Unfortunately, we haven't really. And at this point, I'm almost tired of waiting for someone else to come into my life where I can just start the reality and be the hero in my own story of showing that it is possible to go from zero to an Ironman and an Ironman to a bodybuilder, because at the end of the day, like, you're choosing your life, you're choosing your own commitments. So maybe that's just something I want to try to pave and remind people that whatever you put your mind to, you can do. Whatever you choose to do, you can give it your all in, no matter what situation you're in, financially, if you're still in college, if you're working full-time. Your dreams are there for a reason, and if you're gonna dream, might as well dream as big as you can, because sometimes you only get one shot at it.
Holy, there is no one like you, there is none beside you. Open up my
No luck.
eyes in wonder
Look at it.
and show me who you are, and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around.
The sport of bodybuilding is comparing yourself to the person that's standing right next to you on stage. And so the art of comparison could either drive you to be a better person, or it'll destroy all your dreams right there. Online, on social media, if you click on my Instagram app, they're just shirtless guys in board shorts, like, stepping on stage. I'm like, dang, I don't want to look like that. Or I look at other people, I'm like, respectfully, I don't want to look like that on stage, and it scares me to look that skinny. I try to give myself grace because it's my first show. We're 22 years old, like, how much muscle maturity can we possibly have, especially like coming from an endurance background. It's almost using their support as energy to keep moving forward in this prep. Like, when things get hard, I think about their support. I think about the people who's brought me to this stage of my life, whether it's my parents helping me grow up, whether it's all the roommates in the lodge, whether it's the online community that clicks on every single vlog when we're just documenting the mundane. Even though we don't know how we're gonna get on stage, because that's up to the Lord, I know the why is truly up to me.
It